All right, let's talk about some factoring today where you need to undistribute. And when I'm talking about undistributing, it just means pulling out any common factors. And just so we're clear, you'll see it later. When you are factoring, that is your goal. Pull out all common factors. You are not done factoring until you've done that. So you've done this one before. What do x squared minus 3x have in common? We can pull out an x, and what's left over is x minus 3. That's not too bad. This one's a little bit more interesting down below. 25x cubed y fourth, you can read it. I'm going to go through each of the parts of each term. So first I'm looking at 25 and 30. What do they have in common? I can pull out a 5. How about x cubed and x to the fifth? What's the most amount of x's that we can pull out? We can pull out 3 x's, so I can pull out an x cubed. How about y to the fourth and y squared? I can pull out 2y, so I can pull out y squared, and then we go through the same process. 5x cubed y squared times what would be 25x cubed y to the fourth? Why I need 5, because 5 times 5 is 25. I don't need another x here, because I already have x cubed, and then I need y squared. Let's throw that minus sign in. Here, 5 times what would equal 30? I need 6. X cubed times what would equal x to the fifth? I need x squared. And y squared times what would be y squared? Why, nothing. So we are done. If you wanted to check that you were right, you could redistribute this, or I've got a little shortcut for you. We can just remove the answer box. Bam! And did we get this one right? Crushing it. Let's keep it going. How about one like this? Ooh, double answer box, exciting. Why don't you all try this one real quick? Pause the video. And if you're back, did you get 5x squared y cubed times all of that? Let's see if I got the same answer down here. I did, because that was the biggest common factor that I could take out. All right, how about if we combine this with what you were doing before with trinomials? So first thing I'm going to do is there anything that those three terms have in common? Why, they have a 2 in common. So, sorry about that. We can pull a 2 out. So 2, and we get x squared plus 4x minus 32. And now, leave that 2 alone. This is just one of those trinomials, like those magic diamonds that we were factoring last week. So I need two numbers that multiply to negative 32, but that add up to positive 4. And I'm going to go with plus 8 and minus 4. If you want to check that, you can FOIL it. And this is your final factored form here. So we're combining the undistributing with the factoring trinomials that we did last week. All right, how about something like this? Well, this you have a couple of options. You could first undistribute a 9, and you would get y squared minus 16. That actually can be factored more. That's a difference of squares. So that would be y plus 4 times y minus 4. And that would be your final answer. Or maybe you're thinking, wait, why couldn't I have just done difference of squares right at the beginning? And in fact, you could. That would be 3y minus 12 and 3y plus 12. I'm running out of room here. Now, this is not fully factored because if you look in each of your sets of parentheses, you have a 3 that you could pull out in common. So what you have to do here, and this gets a little bit longer, but if you pull out a 3 from the first one and a 3 from the second one, you can then take those two 3s that are on the outside, multiply them together, and then you're left with the same answer. But this right here, 3y minus 12 times 3y plus 12, that would not be considered fully factored. If I were grading that, I would say, oh, they know how to do their difference of squares, but you could still pull out that 3. It is not fully factored until every common factor is pulled out. So only this is a good final answer. All right, let's do a couple more. How about something like this? 3x squared plus 75. Let's pull out a 3. We get x squared plus 25. Now, can you factor that anymore? X squared plus 25, that's a sum of perfect squares. No, you can't. Did you actually do anything here? Yeah, sure, you pulled out a 3. This would be your final answer. All right, let's do one more and then we're done. Oh, how about something like this? 4x cubed minus 28x squared plus 48x. Oh, well, let's pull out our common factors. Let's undistribute and see what happens. Here, we have a 4x that each of these terms has in common. So you squared minus 7x plus 12. And are we done? Can we factor that more? Yeah, that trinomial factors. So we would find two numbers that multiply to positive 12 but add up to negative 7. That's going to be minus 4 and minus 3. And that is fully factored. So the moral of the story is it is always helpful to undistribute and pull out those common factors whenever you can. And then look at what you have left and see if you can factor more. If not, you're done. If you can, keep factoring. And that is all. Thank you. Good luck.